Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Ciao Romeo.
We know very well that your name is Giuseppe.
It's
Ciao,
already
guys.
it's 3 years that I'm repeating every single day.
Yeah,
My
but
name is Giuseppe.
your intro is unbelievable. So I like to every live your intro.
I have to put a copyright so that nobody can say
Yeah.
my name is Giuseppe. It's over. Only me.
You have to change your name on YouTube.
Also, ciao, my name is Giuseppe.
Yeah. From GJustjuve to my name is Giuseppe.
Yeah. You never know if one day I forget. It's always
Never
good.
say never. Just an idea.
Oh, I see that people in the chat they saw the new intro while waiting for Romeo, and they saw also Rabiot on the horse that was going from the left of the screen to the right. I hope you enjoyed the new intro, ragazzi.
Beautiful job, as usual, Beppe.
What do we speak about today, Rom?
We have to start talking about the defeat in Rimini because the next gen lost for 4-3. Unbelievable match. I think that, of course, it's easy to say that we have to improve defensively because I think that we consider 7 goals in 2 matches. Too much.
A lot. It's a lot.
So we have to improve as soon as possible because, as we said a few weeks ago, it's a very, very complicated league, this one, because the Group B is very tough. So you must get points. But of course, our start is really poor, to be honest. I think that today, for around 15 minutes, we played well. 1-0 for us, 1-1, 2-1 for us, 2-2, 3-2 for us, 3-3, and then they come back completely. But when I say that we have to improve defensively, I mean that the strikers, the midfielders, right back, left back, to be a team. We have to create a team. Don't forget that we bought 2-3 new players in the last day of the market. Comenencia, who scored today and he played a very good match. Salifu, Guerra, Damiani. So we bought 4-5 starter players.
Plus a lot of promotions. Bangula is coming from under 19. It's a total new team. Huh?
Of course, we need the time, but to be honest, I think that we have to improve quickly. We have to improve quickly because this group is very, very tough.
Ben is saying, Beppe, Romeo, I start to worry about our next gen. Calma, or he can already start worrying?
Calma, because as you said right now, the team is completely different than the last season. But of course, we have to speed up this process, this evolution, because of course we have to keep the category. I think that's the target, the minimum target. But I think that next week on Tuesday, if I'm right, we'll play against Spal, another very difficult match. And we don't play never at home because when we play at home, we play outside because we play in Alessandria. So that's not easy at all for these guys. That's not easy for the coach too, for his staff. But we have to improve quickly because we have to avoid to be included in the short list, maybe to keep the category. So we want a normal life during this season because, of course, there are other teams even better than us. We have to accept the reality, but we have to improve quickly.
No, I agree. It's a pity because 3 times you lead and 3 times you give away the lead, and at the end you even lose. So that's a real pity. I watched the first half, then I couldn't watch the second half anymore, but I watched the first half. If we are speaking about individualities, you want to speak about the new Comenencia because he scored after 30 seconds with a header. What about this performance? Did you like it?
Yeah, he was the best at Juventus with Asa, especially in the first half. That he made a beautiful assist to Comenencia, who scored with a head, a beautiful head action. And then I think that Turicchia has played a very good match. He scored a beautiful goal,
Yeah,
and I like this guy. But regarding Comenencia, now we understand that he's a mezzala because he played there in Pescara. He played there tonight. So that means that Juventus have bought Comenencia to bet on him as a midfielder and not as a right back because
because
they are pushing the Mulazzi.
we were all thinking that it would have been, in the 3-5-2 on the right side of the field, and then it's already 2 games that he's playing there in the middle. It's a pity in a way because you don't see Joseph Nongue. He did that promotion. It's already the second game in the bench. Today he enters, I believe, 2 minutes in the end. Of course, there will be rotation, but it's a total new midfield. Haza, Damiani, and
Comenencia.
Comenencia. It's
Then we
I
have
was surprised.
Salifu. Yeah, I continue to say that, in my personal opinion, in terms of technical aspect, Nonge is the best player at the youth sector. But in its time, this is our first real season with big football, with the next gen. So
I agree.
train by training session, you will improve. Today, I think that he played just around 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and he did two two dribblings. Technically, he's a very good profile. I hope that he will be able to find more space in the coming month. We need quality there.
That's the big question, the link between next gen, because then we will speak, of course, about the first team. That's a beautiful link. Hyson, how did he play?
He suffered a lot today, but Muaremovic and Poli as well. So in Pescara, he played as a central defender.
Yeah.
Today, he played on the right side with the 3 defenders, but he suffered a lot. He suffered a lot because, when you conceded 7 goals in 2 matches, that means you have to improve as a team. You have to defend as a team. We are not talking about individual issues, individual mistakes. So we have to understand, first of all, that. And as I told you, I think the last week here on your YouTube channel, it's not easy at all. If you do the preseason with the first team, you go to the bench in Udine, you go to the bench against Bologna to do a step back. It's mentally, in my personal opinion, especially if you have to play in a team that needed to become a team.
That needs a bit of reassurance, that needs stability. What we saw last year also with Max Allegri, at a certain moment, we had a lot of problems in the back. He's trying to work really to give stability. And what is he doing? Game after game after game, he's playing with the same man in the back. So I understand. But we didn't see Yildiz. That means that he will be called up tomorrow?
For sure. Because he was not in Rimini. That means tomorrow he will include in the squad, the first squad list. Where is your coffee, Beppe? Where is it?
Hey, that's a really big question because Punzara is a bit sad. Where is the espresso? Now today I have like 1, 2. I have like 3 bottles of waters, but I have no coffee today.
3 bottles of waters.
Yeah, but they are empty. I need to throw them away now. I drank a lot of water today. You know why? Because I start again. I told you, coaching. I was not used to go outside anymore. So now I'm outside with the kids and so on. And then I'm, at a certain moment, they were doing an exercise, really great. And we were turning the groups. And then there was the last group, there was no goalkeeper. I went to the goal and I had to do some movements. So I need a lot of waters today. It's important. But the first question about Max Allegri, because what he's saying is, I am in difficulty to make decisions because the players that I have at my disposal are really training well. They are really showing that they want. And it's difficult for me not to choose, but to put players out of the starting 11 because they are really committed to the cause. They
We
want
must
to.
be happy for that, Beppe. That means that during the break, no injuries. That's
Indeed.
the point,
Eh,
fortunately. We were scared about Chiesa, but most likely tomorrow we'll start with Vlahovic.
yes, that's already the good news. You already kind of anticipated it. Then I wrote also your. I read your tweet that you said that he did really well in training session that he can come. So no, that's a really great news. But if he has already difficulties to see Chiesa, Vlahovic, starters, Milik, Kean on the bench, does it make sense to also have Kenan Yildiz there? Or will he maybe see him in another position or
Maybe
another way of playing?
you can try to do with this player in a different role. For example, as a midfielder, if you play 3-5-2,
Mm.
Kenan could play or as a midfielder or as a second striker. That's it.
Or you change in a three man up front and then he can play on the left or on the right.
But not for Kenan.
Uh,
Maybe you can do that during the evolution of the game because you need to score, you need to try something of different. But at the moment, I think that that's the story. 3-5-2 and or midfielder or second striker.
you think it's a good news for him that he's still called up, or you think that at a certain moment he will need some playing time?
I think that it's important for a young player to train every day with champs, with giants, to rise up your level. And of course, you need to play to improve, to do mistakes. You are young, you have to do that. But maybe in this phase of the season, it's very important by his side to be included in the squad list and to break the first team.
Elvin in the chat, fantastico.
Grande Elvin.
Elvin is
Français.
the best possible French journalist of Juve on the world, I believe. Elvin is
Yeah,
fantastic.
I agree. 100%.
He's living in Torino now.
He's living in Torino, Elvin.
I think he's living.
No.
Every time he's there.
I think that he's based in Paris, and then he moves to Torino sometimes. I think so.
He's a lot of time in Torino. I saw him a lot of time ultimately in Torino. Elvin, let us know. T'habites où maintenant? Encore à Paris ou à Turin?
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
I need to know. David, what do you think, guys? Will Kean receive some minutes tomorrow? Kean loves to score against Lazio.
I hope so. I hope so because I don't know if Chiesa will be able to play the full match. So I think that Moise and Milik as well, they have chance to get minutes.
Do you want to do the game already? Because people are asking. Beppe, here. Beppe and Romeo, possible lineup.
We have to understand, I think, two dubs. The first one.
I show you mine first. You okay?
Yeah.
I show my lineup. According to what he said, huh?
Vai. Go, Beppe. Vai, Beppe.
This is my lineup.
Gatti. Okay.
So, Szczesny in the goal. Sandro, Bremer, Gatti. Not because I want, but
Yeah.
from what I listened to Allegri. Locatelli, Rabiot, McKennie in the middle. Cambiaso on the right. Kostic on the left. Chiesa, Vlahovic. Where am I wrong?
So, first of all, I have to say that according to my info, Allegri will decide tomorrow morning. The last doubts. Szczesny, ok? Qui dice ballottaggio.
People in doubt.
People in doubt.
Between?
Gatti with Danilo. Put McKennie on to replace Cambiaso. And Fagioli with Locatelli and Rabiot. Yeah. There could be the...
And on the right, Kostic? On the left, Kostic or Cambiaso?
51% Kostic, 39 Cambiaso.
Like this.
Yeah. Two dubs. Danilo and Gatti, and I think Kostic and Cambiaso. Do you like it?
No, no, of course, it's because when we were doing it earlier today, we had these two lineups at the end. This one with McKennie on the right, or I went a bit with fantasy McKennie as a mezzala because you know it, without Paul Pogba now, we have only five midfielders. We spoke about it on Monday, that the possibility of seeing McKennie now also being integrated, not as a starter, but in that rotation of midfielders could be. Do you have news about Fagioli? Is he gaining minutes in the legs, or is he, I don't know,
He worked
100% to
very well
play?
during the break, so I think tomorrow he will start.
Okay. Mufid is asking why no Dalino.
Because today I was not in the press conference because I was in the train to come back at home. But I heard that Allegri said that he had to analyze his conditions after the match with Brazil. So
It's also, I think it's also because they played in Peru. In Peru, there is no air, or it's the different air with the
different
altitude.
air. Yeah,
It's,
yeah, they're different air. It's really difficult to play there.
I know, and I think that can be one of the consequences. People they went crazy, yeah. They call him now Max Zidane because he played really well against Uzbekistan with that beautiful control in the box, dancing with the ball, then giving the assist for Wea. Today, Max Allegri spoke extremely well about
Yeah,
him. The behavior since he came back, because it was, of course, not
physical
easy to come back.
condition,
Physical condition.
skills, skills.
Eh, we spoke.
We know very well that for Allegri, McKennie is not a key player, but a reliable player.
Tomorrow,
So
100 games already with Juve. Eh?
I remember very well that before to go on loan to Leeds, he played. So
Yeah.
he was played regularly.
You think that, or since he came back, do you see something different in McKennie?
Mentally or in generally?
Mentally, generally, on the field, whatever you want.
I think that maybe he wants to show that he deserves to stay here at Juventus.
Mm,
Because,
mm.
at the end of the last season, we were sure 100% that he was going to leave. And according to my info, that was the original plan. Then, you didn't buy new midfielders. You were not able to sell McKennie with a big fee or interesting fee, and you have decided to keep him. We'll see what will happen. I think that he will play a lot.
I agree with Thomas. What do you think about that? Because it's a really great insight out. And sometimes it can be also a lesson that he was expecting huge clubs to go and jump on him on the market and so on, because he's doing actually a beautiful step as Schalke 04 and Juve and so on. When you realize at a certain moment that it's sometimes also difficult in another part, that maybe all the clubs that he was expecting were not that much on him or ready to pay as much that he was thinking that he had that value, maybe can be a wake up call to say, oh, I have to wake up, because otherwise it can be, I can be a really mediocre player, maybe. And maybe the train and the chance that I had to arrive at Juve can be gone. Can that be a wake up call?
That's a very good message by Thomas, and I agree with him. Maybe sometimes you need to be wrong than to be right. And to be a Juventus player, you have to work hard regularly, daily, with the right attitude, with the right spirit, with the right mentality. And I agree with David as well. Attitude and concentration, I think, change McKennie. That's true. And guys, we are talking about a not big Juventus. So if you work in a decent mood, you have a lot of chance to stay, to play, to show what you're able to do. And I think that especially with him, he can play in a different roles. So that's really important because he can play as a midfielder, as a right back, maybe sometimes as a second striker. So, and he's young, McKennie, because
Yeah.
McKennie is 23, 24. No,
Yeah.
let me check.
I think 25 now. Let me
25,
check.
25.
Ah,
Turned 25 on August. So 25, you are, yeah, you can still improve.
mm, do you think because Max also said something and that's important? I think it was a direct message. Now we will have to be consistent in his behavior, in his focus. We know Weston McKennie is someone that is super funny, social, and so on and so on. Sir Raz is also doubting. He's good now, but what in a few games he will flop again? What do you believe? It's a player that you think now made that move and can go for all season?
Yeah, we know very well that Wes, when he's a good move, he pushed a lot and is able to score, to make assist, and is able to do a good and solid performance. And if he will be regularly during his performance, not up and down, not up and down, not up and down, he will be a very good player.
I'm asking to the chat to vote. McKennie tomorrow, midfielder, right wing, or does not start. You have three options, ragazzi. Now in the chat, vote so that we know. Maybe arrival of Wea helped mentally to Weston. I don't
Yeah,
know
for
if
sure. They're both from US, so they can help each other. I think that especially at the beginning of his journey at Juventus, Wea needs to understand how to improve to be a starter at Juventus. Because Allegri said that, I think, before, during the press conference ahead of Empoli Juve. He said at the beginning, Wea was unbelievable. Then, but that's normal. That's normal because you come a different city, a different country, a different culture, a different style of football. So you need time to adapt yourself in a different world. Maybe Wes could help team, especially because they are both from US.
you think that people can start to say bocciatura for Wea if tomorrow he doesn't start.
No,
Bocciatura for the people in
no,
the chat means it's already how can we say bocciatura in English? You already failed the exam.
failed.
Failed, yeah.
Not a bocciatura, but maybe in its time to be considered a starter. Because team against Bologna was too shy.
Yeah, I agree.
In the first half.
I agree.
From team, I want to watch to attack the opponent, to find the space, cross, push on the right side. And so maybe right now with McKennie, you have more stability. And with McKennie, you can push on the left side with Kostic or Cambiaso.
You know what I'm also thinking? Max Allegri is always giving a lot of importance to the people that are entering from the bench. If at a certain moment, around the 65th minute, you enter simultaneously Ealing Jr. on the left and on the right side, Wea, you have two amazing weapons there. Velocity,
Yeah.
dribbling, players that are thinking
But you
really
have to, first of all, you
offensively.
have to find the right balance to do that.
But that's why you manage the game, you find the balance and so on, and then you have two weapons that can really put the other ones in danger when they are a bit more tired. Yeah, flopped is also a word, Muazzer. Bocciatura, flopped.
Sir,
Yeah.
I agree with Sir Ratz. Handing no flashes from where is the game, because I can accept without problem that defensively you can suffer because you are a former striker. But I pretend, from your skills, that I want to see you playing without fear. That's it.
I think it's really academic. He's scared to go too much up and not too much down. And when he goes too much down, he's scared to go up. So I agree. Where was supposed to push high, but so far we've seen the left flank super dominant with Chiesa, Ealing, Cambiaso, and Kostic. Maybe he needs more help. But you remember when I told you also, Rom, on the right side, I don't think we are ready to see Gatti and Wea for that reason.
For sure, because but I'm not a genius, because we have to understand that the characteristic of the team. Right now, we can play with Gatti and Wea. Maybe you can play with Danilo and Wea, because Danilo is an experienced player and he's not very well how to cover Wea on the right side. If you play with Gatti and Wea, it's a big risk. And I agree with our friend who said that on the left side, we are, in Italy, we say a portento. We are phenomenal because we have 3 good players. On the right side, we have to find the balance. So maybe one day we'll buy the new Cancelo, the new Juan Cuadrado. Of course, in my personal opinion, I hope that Timothy will be able to replace in the right way Cuadrado. But in its time, we have to understand that without rush. But as I said, Beppe, I want to see team playing without fear.
I agree. On that one, I 100% agree. The last day, we saw a lot of pictures of Dusan Vlahovic and a lot of time with a big smile. Today, I made a video where I was also saying, you can not always understand the mood of a player, how he's feeling, and so on, because a picture on social media, maybe you're crying at home and you put a picture where you're smiling.
Yeah.
But the frequency, how much you're posting, it gives a sign. Last year, when he was doing bad, he was even deactivating from Instagram. Now, looks like he's doing much better. We saw pictures with a big smile.
I feel like
Dusan
when I play at paddle, because
yeah.
When I play well, I always happy to share my time on the sun. When I'm bad, I prefer to keep myself in silence. I think that Dusan physically, he started very well this season. Of course, you can fail a penalty. That's a football. I don't care at all. But he played physically very well, and is improving his connection with Chiesa. Also for this season, I think that tomorrow we start this duo to continue to improve their connection. That the synergy in English, synergy. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one. That beautiful partnership that needs to grow more and more and more. I agree.
Yeah, more.
I agree. You spoke about penalties. Fabiana Della Valle today, I think it was a really nice question. I like the question.
Interesting question, because, now we know the list.
So, Vlahovic first. Second, Milik. Third, Danilo. Fourth, even Weston McKennie. He didn't mention Chiesa, but you know that I went into the stats of Weston McKennie. He never took a penalty. Not with Schalke, not with USA, not with Juve. Never. 0 penalties. So I'm really curious to understand how Weston McKennie, because Max said in a joke,
maybe during the training session he did it.
Maybe at the PlayStation.
Maybe you can see your players training this skill. And Allegri mentioned Danilo,
Vlahovic,
Milik. The second one was Milik.
Yeah.
But he failed a penalty in Bologna.
An important one, huh?
So I think that the next penalty, Vlahovic will try again.
Yeah. But you know that the statistics of Vlahovic...
not so good. In terms of penalties, is around 50%, maybe. Danilo, we lost 2 beautiful kickers. Quadrado and Bonucci on penalties. They were
Yeah.
both very good.
And
That's true. We have.
why do you think Chiesa is not in that list?
I'm trying to
Because the
remember.
shot
To
he had,
remember if he tried to score by penalty at Fiorentina, but I don't remember, to be honest, if he tried or not.
I will.
Moise? Yeah, Moise as well. I think that when he was at the Yao sector, he was able. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
perfectly.
Kean, yes.
Moise.
I'm really curious. I will try to find some statistics of the last penalties of Chiesa. I'm not sure if I will find them. Huh? Let me check. Wait, penalty
Arturo Vidal
history.
was very good. Yeah, Castello.
Vidal, fantastic.
Vidal, Pogba.
Oh, the last two penalties. Listen, the last two penalties of Chiesa were uh, the last one was against Sampdoria in 2020, 16th February 2020. It was with Fiorentina or with Juve back
But
then?
I think that he was at Fiorentina.
Yeah, Fiorentina. That was the last one that he scored. And then the other one was also with Fiorentina. That was a miss against Milan at home in
No, raga,
2019.
nine. Loca, I remember during the Euros, he scored one, but he failed the second one, if I remember well. So Loca
Against Spain,
but
he missed.
Loca, I think that
Against Spain, he missed. He scored
when he
against Parma
yeah
and he
yeah.
scored against Napoli.
But when he was at Sassuolo, I think that he was the second choice after Berardi, Locatelli, if I remember well. I don't know, guys. I hope to have this problem tomorrow. We'll see.
I know I'm watching here. I said that the last three penalties, I think it's only three penalty of Manuel Locatelli, two with Sassuolo, one with Italy. And then Chiesa, he did only two penalty in his life. One he scored, one he missed. Well, okay, so the penalties is done.
Yeah.
Vlahovic, we spoke about that. He was happy. Chiesa starts. Pity for the rotation. We spoke. Oh, the fans, they really, 90% of the fans, they appreciated the attitude of Allegri in press conference today, how he answered the question about Paul Pogba and Bonucci. What was your feeling about how Max stand in front of the camera?
He knows very well how to do that because when you work 8 seasons at Juventus, half past 4 seasons, around 5 seasons at Milan, you know very well how to manage this kind of press conference. So, and I think that today was on point, and he said the right words in two very big topics. And regarding Pogba, you can say just that we see the evolution, and that's it. Unfortunately, that's it. And about Bonucci, I think that it's time to do a point. Stop it. Then we see what will happen with the lawyers. But now, stop. I think that it's the right time for Bonucci to be focused on what he has to do with Union Berlin, and it's time for Juventus to move on.
I agree. Were you surprised of that
Interview?
32 minutes long interview from Bonucci?
Yeah, for the timing. But we know very well Leonardo. Leonardo is always the same Leonardo. That's his character. And you can change, Beppe, your character. He was in the same mood when he was 18, and he will be the same person when he will turn 17, 18, 19. So.
Oh, that's a good one. Wait, not this one, not this one. This one. What about Curva? But not only Curva, attenzione.
Not only Curva. I hope that tomorrow the stadium will support the guys, because if not, we'll be in trouble, because there will be a supporter from Roma. They will support Lazio. So I hope that tomorrow all the stadium we try to help the guys.
Mm. Because tomorrow we have
Yeah,
Curva that is coming back. We have the initiative of Maurizio, La Bianconera, and so on with Mille Bandiere that is starting. It's small, it's starting. You also have Juventus that will give all the people that are going to the stadium, they are giving a t-shirt or white or black with stronger together to give that visual identity in the stadium. So you have multiple initiatives. I'm happy that Juventus is also trying to activate things and so on. So on that one is a real nice one. If tomorrow in a big game against Lazio you can't give atmosphere,
we had to win
then it's hard.
our first match at home.
Eh,
Tomorrow there will be a very tough match, but important match, especially at the beginning of the season, because if you win, you improve your confidence, your attitude. Then maybe you can try to push. If you lose points, if you know for the second time in a row at home, that will be very tough. So
what are the dangers of the team of Maurizio Sarri?
the quality by their midfield, Luis Alberto, Gendouzi, Cataldi. We see. I think Rovella tomorrow will start on the bench, and Kamada. So I think Beppe that during the first half in Napoli they suffered a lot
A
because
lot,
for around
incredible.
for 25 30 minutes I think Napoli played very well. Then the second half they switched.
Yeah,
They put their DNA, their identity on the pitch. Quality pass, quality moves without the ball.
yeah.
Luis Alberto scored an unbelievable goal. Then you improve your confidence during the game, and you feel that you can do that. And they did it. And we have to be really, really on point tomorrow. Don't forget that, for example, Immobile has rested in the second
It's true.
game of
It's
Italy
true.
because he was on the bench. Tomorrow will be fresh. Zaccagni is a good player. Felipe is a good player.
You have Pedro on the bench.
Pedro on the bench is a good player. Castellanos is a good player. So
Romagnoli rested.
Romagnoli rested. Casale too.
Mm.
So guys, we have to be really careful tomorrow. And there will be a little bit strange, Beppe, because we play at 3 p.m. during the Saturday, and it's a strange thing for us. We are not used to.
I agree. I agree. You're doing a bit Maurizio Sarri now. Attenzione.
Tomorrow we say
You should know.
after the press conference, I will say, yeah, unfortunately the pitch was not good, the weather.
It was too sunny, but it's strange, huh? Because tomorrow there is the derby, then you have Napoli that is playing in the evening. In the beginning of the day, you have Juve Lazio. I understand that the other ones are playing Champions League, Europa League, and
Yeah,
whatever you want
for
to.
the reason I said that we have to be stronger in terms of mentality at the beginning of the match, the approach.
Mm. I think with a bit of una bolgia from the stadium, I think that they can receive the energy. Hopefully, because our players at home they are not used anymore to the
So
big atmosphere.
that
Hopefully,
will
they
be
are not
very
scared.
important. Beppe try to score immediately
Eh.
to put the game on our side.
I didn't study the game yet, so I need to understand when and how. I know that tomorrow Chiesa can be extremely crucial, and that's why I think that Wea can enter in the second half. Wea, Chiesa as well in terms of counterattack, because this season Lazio they suffered a lot in counterattack, but really a lot in counterattack. The
Yeah,
goals that they concede against Lecce twice, it's a counterattack.
that's it. Yeah, but they played
And
a very good
against
match. They had 7, 8 clear chances. Philip Anderson missed an unbelievable goal. So they were very unlucky in Lecce, and also against Genoa they played better than Genoa, in my personal opinion. So they played very well, but they didn't get points in the true official matches of the season. Then maybe where they were a little bit lucky in Napoli.
So you know what, Saraz? There is one thing that I don't know. I don't know the history of the referees. I can't remember which one they was good. They were good or not. Di Bello, I know because it's like 3 games ago. But except of that, I don't really remember if they have a good statistic with it. I don't remember.
I remember just one Maresca, Enzo Maresca.
Enzo Maresca. Fantastic player, Enzo Maresca. Oh, I need to check also how
Maresca
we're doing with
was the
Leicester.
referee that he had issues with Antonio Conte, you know. Yeah.
Sempre tu. No, I need to understand how Leicester is doing because I think that Maresca he had the skills to be a good coach in the future.
You know, his teacher is Pep Guardiola. When you have the opportunity to work every day under Pep, I think that you can learn a lot. Then his experience here at Parma was not good, so good, but it was a strange situation because he had a lot of young players. It was very difficult to build a team, and for this reason, he has been sacked. But right now, he's doing very well at Leicester. I think that in 5 matches, he won 4 matches.
Not
So
bad.
I think that is at the top. So
As a player, he has experience in big clubs and small clubs, so he knows the two realities. He has experience in La Liga, Serie A. He now experienced Premier League as well. So I think it's also important to travel to understand the cultures.
He speaks English, he speaks Spanish, he speaks Italian. He worked with Guardiola. He worked with other top coach at Sevilla. He played at the Liga, the difference with the Premier League, the Serie A. So he played at Juventus, Fiorentina. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that he's going to be a very, very good coach, and I hope that maybe one day we see him in Italy again.
And Bonucci, do you think he will be a good coach in the future?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
In that interview that he did with Sport Mediaset, he said an important sentence. He said, "I know very well what I want to do when I will be a coach." I think that he has that charisma, the skills to try to do this journey. I'm not sure that Bonucci will be 100% a top coach, a good coach, but I'm pretty sure that he will try to do that, to achieve this goal.
Try, yeah, 100%.
But he knows, he's a quality player, quality defender. So when, in my personal opinion, when you play as a regista behind,
you have
the right vision of the pitch, and I'm pretty sure that he will be a different coach, a modern coach.
I think that Bonucci will have the ideas, will have the potential to do it, but I believe that what I was always blaming Bonucci, it was lacking a bit of natural leadership, and he's trying to compensate that natural leadership by standing over the rest, screaming harder than the other ones.
Yeah, but
overdoing.
No, you are on point. You are on point. Definitely, Beppe. But I want to add in this your thoughts just one thing. When you start a new career, especially if you want to be a coach, you have to change.
Sorry, this one.
You have to change.
It was a really good comment. Oh, no, I didn't expect it. Sometimes you pin a comment and then you read, and then I see it was a good one.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. You too.
mamma mia. Um,
Mamma mia. In
oh,
tribunale, tutto in tribunale.
he can do that, huh? Bonucci. Does he speak English, Bonucci?
Yeah, yeah. He speaks
Yeah.
English. Because I watched his first interview as a Union Berlin, and he was speaking a very good English.
Oh, yeah.
And
I didn't
he
know.
said that for the first time he spoke in English, and he made a very good interview for our Italian level.
No, good, good. No, but that's important because I don't know if you will be able in 1 year to study
No,
German. German
very
is
difficult.
really difficult. Huh?
Carlo Ancelotti has tried. I remember that at the beginning of this journey there, he tried, and then he said, "It's
We
too
speak in
difficult.
English. It's
I
difficult.
can learn English. I can learn French. I can learn Spanish, but German is very difficult." And I think so. I didn't try to learn German, but the grammar is completely different because we are
Really
Latini.
difficult.
It's very different.
Other topic. Wait, we spoke about the next gen. We spoke about I think we spoke about nearly everything. Is there something that I'm forgetting? Ragazzi, it's your time to ask questions to Romeo. He's here for you. So go. I think natürlich sprechen ich Deutsch. Ich verstehe, ich spreche. Das ist kein
Don't be
Problem.
shy, guys. Don't be shy. Tomorrow will be a very long day.
Italian coaches have the trauma from Trapattoni.
Struns.
Fantastic. That interview is
Grande, but I admire. I like him because I love him because when you are 15, 16, and you try to learn a new language, it's not easy at all for everyone.
no.
German is only slightly more difficult than Italian. That's true. It's difficult to learn Italian, guys. Yeah.
It depends. If you are in Germany, then I think
Yeah.
it's difficult. Do you think that Nicolosi Caviglia might get some minutes against Sassuolo or later? Or maybe Allegri will surprise versus Lazio? No, against Lazio, no.
Tomorrow on the bench.
Yeah.
I think so. And then we'll see, guys.
Even if last year he surprised everyone with Barrenechea starting against Torino. But now I think maybe he can enter. He has more chances. Without Paul Pogba, he has more chances to play. But tomorrow is a tough game. It's really a difficult game.
Look, Zrikar, Beppe, please ask him about Michua. But is your idol.
Yeah, I know. But also Srikar. Srikar is a big fan of Mikadadze.
What is I think that Ajax.
No, Srikar every single day during the Mercato, 3 times a day, he came live and he said, Beppe, Mikadadze. I said, no, he will not arrive.
Mikawadze.
It was a player from Tudor, or Tudor was looking for him.
He's playing bad.
Where? At Ajax.
Jim has posted that he's playing bad. I don't know, guys. To be honest, I didn't watch so far Ajax matches.
I don't know how many games did he play, Jim? 1.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Romeo, try to learn Arabic instead of German. I have to do that if I wanted to improve my salary.
Hey, you will need to start now if you want to go to Saudi Arabia.
I always support the Al Ahly.
You think that it will be a pleasant game to watch? Will it be a nice game to watch, or will it be study game?
Tactical game. Maybe there will be a very tactical game. But never say never, because, maybe you can score immediately and there will be an open match. Then maybe not. Maybe it will be a very balanced match. I don't know, guys, because we played 3 different matches. And Lazio did the same, exactly the same. Learn Arabic to go to KSA.
The Saudi Arabia League, I think it's the league.
I want to sign for KSA.
You don't have goal.ar?
Yeah, I think that we have something there. I yet to check, to be honest, because I started following this this league just 3 months ago. I have to be honest, but we have, I think, some people there. Fortunately, because now there will be a very strong, championship.
Do you do predictions, Rom?
1-0.
Or 1-0?
1-0. What's your opinion?
For me, it's difficult to do prediction before the lineup. I'm scared for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm scared. At the moment, I'm scared. Then before the game, I will change my opinion if I see the enthusiasm, if I see the lineup. But today, now,
we need to start the game to be more maybe relaxed. Right now, we are nervous because we don't know absolutely what Juventus will put out tomorrow. That's true. But we must be confident. We must be confident because step by step. Because in the last season against Lazio, we played our best
the
match.
3-0 was fantastic, yeah? But it was already November. We were already in the season,
and we were at the top of our physical condition.
I agree. Yeah, because we were in a beautiful streak, of not conceding
eight
goals.
matches in a row.
Yeah.
4-4. No, guys, 4-4. No. Please, guys. I want to survive.
2-1 for Dragons. I predicted 1-0 earlier.
4-0,
early goal,
one goal
Kostic.
from Cambiaso. I predicted early 1-0, early Kostic goal, and then 75 minutes of chaos.
3-1 brace of Kean. So 2 goals of Kean. No, in the last 10 minutes.
That will be beautiful.
Kean, when he enters, it's difficult. I like Kean when he starts the game. When he enters,
against Empoli, he hits the bar or
the post. The post. Milik the bar, and he was hitting the post. So wait, because against Empoli we started with Perin, Danilo, Bremer, Gatti, McKennie, Miretti, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic, Vlahovic, Chiesa, and then you had Pogba, Cambiaso, Milik, Weah, and Kean. He entered well.
Guys, that's not easy if you have to play 10 minutes to try to score, to do positive things. But I'm confident that Moise will be able to show something important during this first part of the season. I hope so.
When will Locatelli score?
I think that in the last season, he did 0 goals and 0 assists. I hope so.
1 goal, but
against Roma, beautiful goal.
It was a fantastic goal.
And against again in the last match of the national team, he hits the bar.
Yeah. It's true. When he enters, he goes for a red card. No, I think that was also a real pity, because against Roma, Moischini enters and he was in a good moment. And then that red card took him away. Then you had the injury and so on and so on. That was a big stop for Moise last season. That red card was really, because then we lose 1-0 that game.
But we played a very beautiful game there. I remember perfectly. It was there. We had a lot of chances. Mancini scored an unbelievable goal from his own. When you are under a negative star,
with Mourinho that should not have been there, and then he was there, and then the team was. What do you think? Last words about the derby, Madamina?
Inter, in my personal opinion, are favorites.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday was in Milan, and this morning too, and there is an unbelievable hype because they both supporters they are convinced that they will fight each other to try to win the title. They are the main favorites. Yeah. They said Inter, Milan, Napoli, then Juventus, Lazio, Atalanta, and I agree with them. I think that there are 2 blocks.
Genoa, Napoli.
I hope, guys, 1-0 Juventus. 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 1 I hope that Osimhen will score an hat-trick because I need that for the fantasy football. But for free for Genoa.
What about the other games? You see something special, Fiorentina Atalanta?
Beppe, when I have the opportunity to watch an Atalanta game, I do always the correct choice because I like to watch how Gasperini try to do a modern football. You can win, you can lose, you can lose, but I like always, and I think that Atalanta Fiorentina will be a very beautiful game between two modern coaches.
Today I made my team of fantasy league. It's a bit different than what you are playing, and I sold Nzola and I bought Scamacca. Smart.
Yeah, Scamacca is going to be the start in the national team. If Scamacca does what he has to do, he scored 2 goals in the last game. Atalanta bought him for around 20 million
Yeah, something
euros.
like that. Yeah.
Very expensive for them. Scamacca and De Ketelaere, they are going to do a very good season. They are young, they can still improve. But Atalanta, guys, Atalanta will be there for the 4th place, for the 3rd place. We have to respect Atalanta because this season they have a lot of rotations.
I agree. Roma, Empoli, easy win
Roma
for Roma or
Empoli,
still difficult?
yeah, they need to win because they get just 1 point in 3 matches, and I think that there will be the day by Romelu Lukaku.
Mufi.
He's the perfect one to score maybe a brace. In the last season, he scored a brace, if I'm right, against Empoli when he was at Inter. So
It's the first game normally of Dybala and Lukaku together.
Lukaku.
Lukaku. Romeo, one day I was following a course of Enrico Zambruno and Zuliani, and they were telling me both they were telling me, Beppe, when you say mistake, sometimes just go. Don't correct yourself. Go and you go.
Of course, but you speak a beautiful Italian, a beautiful English, and you are not English, and you were not born in Italy, but you're top. You're top always.
Yeah, but the people, they're always laughing. Lukaku. I said
But
Lukaku.
Dybala and Lukaku is the Ludiba.
The Ludiba. People are happy. Ragazzi, 1 hour of life. Spoke about everything. I think we spoke also about the Serie A. That's a good thing, huh? Always doing a bit of a roundup about the next coming game from Serie A. We saw the next gen. We have everything.
We explain everything.
People are asking, is Dybala fit? Yeah, I think
maybe not 100%, but tomorrow we start. I think tomorrow or Sunday they will play.
Sunday.
We play on Sunday. Now it's time to sleep, sweet dreams, and then tomorrow morning I will wake up at 9:30. Tomorrow I want to sleep a little bit, and then we'll try to prepare this match.
Tomorrow
will you do the live reaction on Juventus?
Twitch Juventus tomorrow. First, I have my game with the kids. Mamma mia! I have to wake up
in the morning. Which time?
I have to be there at the field at 8:30 in the morning. Disaster. Huh?
You are an hero.
8:30 with the kids.
For this reason, I want to be a single forever.
The worst thing is not even my kid, because my son is 15, but I have to go with the other kids, and so morning 8:30 for the game. But in the summer is okay. Yeah, in the winter is a disaster. In the winter it's cold.
Too cold.
And the problem in Belgium, you have like 10 months of winter.
Rain,
and so on.
0 degrees.
So no, that's tomorrow, and then I come home and I do the game on Juventus Twitch. I'm happy to do the game tomorrow. I'm extremely happy to do the game.
So Beppe, then let's meet on Monday on my YouTube
Sunday
channel.
or Monday?
Sunday.
Day
We
after?
can do that Sunday.
Sunday
Yeah,
evening?
yeah, of course, because we play tomorrow. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, ragazzi, in the chat, Sunday, 11 p.m. on the channel of
Yeah.
Romeo Agresti, and we do the day after. Ciao, ragazzi. Ciao,
Ciao,
tempo
raga,
radio
buonanotte.
Raz. Ciao, Rom. Ciao, ciao.
In English on Monday.
English, always English. Ciao,
I
ciao.
want to speak just in English. I don't speak Italian.